So before the main video starts, I wanted to provide an explanation as to exactly what this video is all about. Basically, if you already couldn't tell from the description, this is a time-lapse. A time-lapse of a build that I didn't build in another video. Let me explain. If you can't tell, my videos can take a long time, and sometimes I don't get to make the builds that I want to design and want to build in those videos. So I decided that for my own sake and to let my creativity fly, as well as to deliver you guys new videos sooner rather than later, I decided to start doing some time lapses in between normal videos to actually make these builds inside my survival world, while still providing you guys interesting designs and concepts. And yes, I still will be doing normal builds in actual videos, but this is more just for me, as well as for you. But before we actually start this time lapse, let me explain some things we've done in between here and episode 12. Let's go. For starters, if you couldn't tell from the happy ghast, I simply went into the nether and found a dried ghast. I then brought it home and doused it in some fresh wawa, and after 20 minutes, it reverted into a cute little ghastling. And then after going into the tundra and collecting some beautiful snowballs, providing the guy some nice nourishment, we managed to turn him into a beautiful happy ghast. To which I then crafted a harness, which honestly looks beautiful on him, mainly because it's light blue. Yay! I then used one of my name tags and proceeded to name him Drift, based off one of my favorite characters from the Transformers series. Honestly, I think the name fits, and I think he's proud to wear it. And actually, while I was in another collecting a dried ghast, I played some tennis with some other ghasts, and managed to get the Tears music disc, which honestly sounds great when you listen to it. It's not the best, but I like it. And then it comes down to our streams, which we, of course, finished our main farm, which honestly, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? And I honestly think we did some pretty good work here. We also explored to the south and found a large snowy mountain biome with a village and some goats who are kind of rude.
Okay.
Oh, and on our way back from the south, we actually found some fire villages and he's so pretty! Yee! But most of all, we actually managed to reach level 100 for our XP. I think that's a great achievement, honestly.
Oh, shit, I hit level 100. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, it's only an XP level, but, you know, it's still pretty cool. But to properly start off this revamp, we just have to pop all this away. And there we go. And if you can maybe tell from the damage, specifically craters like this one, for instance, I did have to employ the usage of some explosives to expedite the destruction process. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll fix all that damage once we actually get to the time-lapsing part. And I did manage to scavenge a bunch of materials from the actual build, so bonus! Unfortunately, due to the scaling issue, I did have to remove the back of my storage room, but I'll be honest, I was intending to build something new. I won't say what it is exactly, but it won't be here. It'll be something newer, though, and then most likely a different location. So, just started that process, I guess. But, yeah, let's get into the main time-lapse, shall we? This one's going to be a big one, and this is one I've been wanting to do for a while, so, yeah, let's do it. And now we can actually get to the proper material gathering process. So, here we go. Whoop! recording this segment to segue into the next major time-lapse part of this whole video, to address some things that happened whilst I was dismantling my old build and gathering the materials for my new one. Such as the fact that while I was dismantling, I was surrounded by a very dark river, which tends to spawn a lot of drowned, and upon a lot of them attacking me, one happened to spawn with a trident. I then killed it, and it dropped its trident. Yeah, that's pretty lucky. And I didn't really know how to respond to that, so I'll just really play this clip. Okay, so this was not intentional at all, but whilst I was gathering materials, well, not gathering materials, a trident dropped, or a drowned dropped a second trident. It's 12 a.m. right now, it's 12:30 in the morning, and I did not plan this at all. This is not planned whatsoever. This caught me off guard completely. I'm very much, as you can see right here, I'm demolishing what I had right now, and you'll see this in a second. And yeah, I found, I literally was unintentionally, because the drowned were attacking me, and like, obviously I can't prevent the drowned from spawning, but I don't know what to say, because it was not intentional. That was so unintentional. I was like, I wonder if killing it with a trident will give me a trident. Probably not. And then I just did, and it did. I don't know. But yeah, this pause is just kind of here. I don't know. We'll just focus on this in the next episode that comes after this. Whatever. We won't focus it here. Yeah, we won't focus it on here right now. But yeah, if I sound like I'm tired, it's probably because I am. Yeah. Alright, let's actually get back to the main focus, alright? Let's go. But yeah, following that as well, I decided that to make sure no more drowned were attacking me during this whole process, I had to gather up some sea pickles. So I went to Warm Ocean that we had discovered previously to the west, gathered up a bit of coral to use some bone meal to continuously grow it. And as you'll see as the upcoming time-lapse, I did place all those sea pickles around the river just to make sure I was well lit and I wasn't constantly getting attacked by drowned. However, amongst the material gathering time-lapse that you guys just witnessed, I did gather a few materials off screen as well. After all, I did need a lot of redstone and gold specifically for this build. You'll understand why later. However, upon discovering that, I stumbled across a dungeon which happened to have another side disc, believe it or not. I know, like, luck is weird with me in Minecraft, but yeah. So I guess now that I've addressed all this that's happened, maybe I'm forgetting some few things that happened because I am recording this a little after all that's happened. But yeah, let's just segue into the next major time-lapse and get this thing started, and hopefully finish soon. Alright, shall we? We shall. Whoop! And I think that about wraps it up. This has taken way longer than I would have liked. But after hard work, effort, a lot of mind stone, I'd say this thing looks pretty good. As you can see here, we have 2 mainline bridges connecting from the mainland to the centralized island and back, which honestly, I really like the way these bridges came out. I think they're really nice. And of course, we have these guard towers with these mighty crossbows positioned on them, pointed right at the front gate, which doesn't close, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? And they exist here, there, and of course right here. We also made sure to place the Ramonia banner almost everywhere to mark that this is Ramonian territory, after all. And of course, by going up this spiral staircase, we have the centralized gate dropping area, which unfortunately is not mechanized. I don't know how to do that kind of redstone, and I don't even think I could fit it in this small kind of build. What are you gonna do? It's just design. I'm just a builder, not a redstoner. Blech. And both sides of these walls are identical to one another, and we of course had this secondary tower right here with these really big siege bows right next to them. I really like the way this came out. I really like the way these look. These are really nice. And of course, all the way over here, we have our bell towers, with of course these guard stations positioned right here inside to make sure that the guards have a nice place to sleep while on duty. Obviously, by going up the staircase, we have the main bell, which unfortunately doesn't really work as I would like it to, because, well, like I said, just a build. They don't actually have these things in the game. But I think this looks nice, and this was very costly in terms of gold. I did actually have to do some off-screen mining. I'll claim that. I will admit that. I'm not afraid to. Ow. And then we have the centralized main gate towers with this nice bridge in between them to connect them, going all the way to the tippity top with this nice little balcony section at the midsection. But we have this nice outlooking balcony that pretty much shows us the entirety of the current area of the kingdom, which is really just this area, which is mainly what I've considered the industrial district. We can see our airship, we can see our creeper farm, we can see our house. But yeah, this was costly, took a lot of resources, but I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. I hope you guys enjoyed the process of me building this and gathering the materials necessary to build it. But yeah, until then, I will see you all later. So feel free to like, feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe. Look forward to seeing more of these builds in the future. And until then, I'll see you all later. So as I say, each and every day, lightning out.